Barrett, you have some explaining to do.
Okay.
You sent out a B list Monday that is a little sus, and we need you to break this list down for us.
That's fine.
All right, here we go. Here's Barrett's B list. Break it down for us.
This was very, very tough. All right, very tough. A lot of things happened this week, okay, including the Chiefs dismantling, Bills barely winning, Cowboys just continuing their dominance. Same with the Eagles, and Miami losing their franchise quarterback and still almost winning. Yeah, you know what, Logan? It is hella sus. However, I know you're going to be mad about the Vikings and the Packers, but like I discussed with you guys, Vikings barely won against a backup quarterback in the Saints in London.
It was a neutral.
Barely won.
Go ahead.
Barely won. Okay. Kirk Cousins. They have a way better team, no offense. Saints defense is good, but, And then the Packers went to overtime at home to like New England's third string rookie.
Bailey Zapp.
Yeah, Bailey Zapp, man. Hey, I like that guy. I like that name. I hope he stinks for division's sake, but I just listen, I just don't think they should have cracked. All right. The Rams stink. They're out. I'm not going to put the 2-2 Niners there the way their defense is playing. I thought about it, but you got to go with the X and 1 teams right now. Miami loses. They lose Tua. Vance told me not to give up on Teddy Bridgewater.
Absolutely.
So I watched about maybe an hour of tape this whole week on Teddy Bridgewater, and I'm a believer, okay? They'll go in.
He needs prep time. Teddy needs prep time.
So I don't think the fall-off is that much. We'll see if they go in and lose to the fucking Jets. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. But is there any team other than maybe the Chiefs and Eagles that are hotter than Dallas right now? Won 3 in a row. Cooper Rush is just a dog. He's not really making mistakes. He's getting it to CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb's had back-to-back, good receiving games. The ground game can get a little better. And their defense is flying around. I mean, their defense is one of the top defenses in the league. You have to put Dallas up there. And I think just the way Dallas has been 3 in a row, they should be at one spot over Miami. Bills, who were up here last week, did I have them at 2? They fell one spot. Okay. Because they looked like absolute shit in the first half versus the Ravens. However, the Ravens are the Ravens. Harbaugh's going to Harbaugh. Lamar's going to throw a game-ending pick or whatever, So Bills escaped, but it was a good road win for the Bills. And I think Bills are still a top team when they're firing on all cylinders. But damn, the Chiefs, man, they look unstoppable. My pick to win the AFC West, by the way, Vance, I don't know what your pick was.
Chargers.
Okay, fair enough.
Only a game behind.
Okay, only a game behind. But your MVP, your MVP, Derek Carr's.
Not looking great. My MVP pick is not looking great.
They play this week.
Yeah, they do.
But
Monday Night Football.
Nope, that's going to be a good game. But yeah, the Chiefs, man, just look so good. Like, I don't see them losing anytime soon. And then the Eagles, 4-0. Nick Lamb, where are you at? Like, this second week in a row. I'm glad I didn't put Miami number 1 last week because I just had a bad feeling about that fucking Cincy game. But the Eagles, they're still rolling. They're still rolling. But they're going to have some tough tests coming up in the next few weeks. However, I did see a graphic. Eagles are like top 5 for the easiest schedules down the road. So take what you will. We're only 4 weeks in. Eagles are overrated, Bill. Hey, I mean, shit. Don't I owe Bill $10? Like, I forgot what that bet was.
I'm pretty sure you owe Bill $10.
I gotta support his underdog. All right. But yeah, so listen, Miami's not a bad team. We got the number 1 wide receiver right now in yards. Like Vance said, Teddy Bridgewater. I think Miami will keep rolling. Who knows? If they lose, they're out of here. But I couldn't put the Vikings and Packers on there with the way their games went. Go ahead.
All right.
Eat me alive here.
I clowned you when you first sent the list out because I thought Green Bay deserved to be on here. But then I kind of went and rewatched that game a little bit more. And I was like, they're right. They're not a top 5 team right now. But the Vikings definitely deserve to be up here. They traveled to a neutral site over like 14-hour flights in London, played up against probably the second best backup in the NFL in Andy Dalton. He's a guaranteed top 3 backup. You got to remember, Andy Dalton's a playoff quarterback. He has multiple 11-win seasons underneath his belt, multiple 4,000-yard seasons under his belt, multiple 30-plus touchdown seasons under his belt. And we're just going to write him off because he's been a backup the past 4 years? No.
I'm not writing him off. They still barely won.
Andy Dalton came in and played an efficient game. Kirk Cousins and his offense just willed their way down the field and scored when they needed to. The Vikings deserve to be number 5, and Miami without Tua off the list.
No.
Yeah, but wait a second. Let's back it up. The Vikings went into London and beat by what, 3 points?
The Saints actually donged the field goal.
Yeah, the dong field goal. They could have hit that, but they played a Michael Thomas-less, Alvin Kamara-less, banged-up Jarvis Landry, rookie Chris Olave, backup quarterback Saints offense, and you barely won.
That's what I'm saying.
The Vikings need to prove it a little more. I like the Vikings. I think Justin Jefferson's a bad SOB. And yes, he had Marshawn Lattimore's number. But if Justin Jefferson if he wasn't cooking him, then the Vikings would have lost.
Vikings should have lost to the Lions.
Answer this one real quick. If Miami plays the Vikings right now, neutral field in London, rosters currently where they're both at, who wins that game?
Miami by 7, easy.
I'd probably take Miami too.
They don't have the cornerbacks they don't have the defense to match up with. There's no way. I mean,
look, I'm not saying there's a huge drop-off between Tua and Teddy Two Gloves. Tua is much more accurate than Teddy Two Gloves. Teddy Two Gloves plays a safe game unless he has receivers that can win over the top, which he now does, and he's going to take shots, and it's going to bite him in the ass a little bit because he's never been a take-a-shot kind of quarterback, and the way that offense is constructed, he's going to, and it's going to kill Miami. You'll see it this week when he throws like 9 40-yard bombs and 2 of them gets picked. You'll see.
Okay.
Let her rip.
Tyreek Hill's his longest air yard catch ever, 61 yards from Teddy last Thursday night.
That ball was tipped. I'm not counting. That ball was almost picked.
Well, I'm just saying.
He brought it down.
Yeah. The Bears are trash. We got Vikings. I mean, Vikings will probably beat the Bears. Yeah. Miami should beat.
Vikings will definitely beat the Bears, dude.
Miami should beat the
Justin
Jets.
Fields has only thrown for like 360 yards in 4 games.
Tyreek Hill has more wide receiving yards than like the whole Bears offense or something crazy.
Dude, the Bears are just awful. It's gonna be between them and the Texans getting the last overall pick in the NFL.
Hey, you know what, Vance? Let's just say Miami and Vikings win this week. Guess who they play the week after?
Each other?
Yes.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see because I don't think Tua will be there for that week.
He'll undoubtedly be back. He'll undoubtedly be back.
Tua will definitely be back. He will be back at Miami. It's a home game, and you know what? He dies. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, man.
I'm just kidding. They're gonna hold him out. They're not gonna. They'll be all right.